Greetings Soulswind here and welcome to Let's Play Dragon Throne Battle of Red Cliffs. We've done all the campaigns, but before we explore one skirmish mission, let's go into Featurette videos where we discuss about particular topics in the game, and in this episode we will be talking about the laborers. These are the architects that help us construct towns, that help us get upgrades, that even become soldiers who are essential in helping us complete the missions. Sometimes I call laborers villagers too, so you'll find that in my Let's Play series, those two terms are interchangeably used. Laborers can be recruited from the ceremonial arc, and they each cost 20 corn and 20 wood to recruit. They've got 250 HP and start at 3 speed. The laborers gain EXP after working for some time and eventually level up, although the EXP gain progression is ambiguous without an EXP tracker such as those in the military units or the heroes. Laborers don't seem to gain EXP while working in the stables or machine workshop though. Laborers are the main and only workforce in our kingdom. They can harvest wood, metal, as well as produce corn, meat, buns or other food, and wine. Their carry weight changes by level. Carry weight referring to the amount of resources that they can carry at any point in time. The numbers in the brackets show the carry weight of the laborers after getting full upgrades to the carry amount. We almost always have 8 population slots to begin each county and can increase them by building a house. Each house gives 8 more population slots, and there's a maximum of 70 population, which means that the 8th house that we build only provides 6 population slots because 64 to 70 is 6. But that's inherently counted. The house itself actually does provide 8 slots, but the surplus slots are not usable. So at 70 population, if we were to delete another house, not the last one that we built, we would still have 64 slots remaining. The population slots in each county only count the laborers. That is, the game presumes military units do not need to live in a house. We can exceed the population limit, but first we have to cover another mechanic, that is, training laborers to become military units. As we've seen in the tutorial and past missions, laborers have to be tasked to train at the barracks to become a military unit. At any point in time, the laborers in a barracks can be instructed to leave and continue as laborers. On top of that, the game allows us to revert military units back into laborers by telling military units to garrison in any of the barracks, then from the barracks action panel, select the corresponding option to return them to laborers. More details in a later episode. Anyway, so how does this relate to exceeding population? We get to maintain a maximum of 70 laborers at any one time, but upon reaching 70, we can still revert any number of military units back to become laborers. Note that reverting military units to laborers would make them lose their levels. And same goes for training laborers into military units. For example, a level 5 laborer would become a level 1 military unit. Meanwhile, a level 5 military unit goes back to a level 1 laborer. Retraining this laborer would result in a level 1 military unit, not a level 5. Laborers can do damage, and they deal 1 damage to any and everything they're told to attack, but cannot attack the ground with the control key. Also, they cannot attack buildings, not even enemy ones. In terms of repair rate, 3 villages would be enough to repair the damage dealt by 1 fully upgraded Thunder Wagon if the damage is consistently applied. Note that villages will automatically repair damaged buildings within vicinity, but not structures outside the county such as gates and camps. The city gate is considered to be inside the city and will be automatically repaired. Villagers can also be tasked to repair siege equipment too. The villagers also do not regenerate their HP even with wine supply. Their HP is regenerated by something else from the temple, which we'll cover in a different discussion. If we were wondering how to increase the carry weight even further, horses can be assigned to villagers to transport resources. Villagers can also lead horses to bring them to strategic locations. Anyway, with multiple cities, the laborers of one city does not work in other cities and cannot use the barracks in those other cities either. If tasked to collect resources from outside of the cities, they'd make a lengthy trip back to their city of origin to drop off the resources. This is likely to facilitate the transference of resources. For example, select a villager, select a resource amount and the destination. Then, the villager will begin transferring said resources. Since they know their home city, they'll just transfer resources out of their home city to a destination, which may be a city too. Laborers have thought bubbles above them, indicating the work that they were previously doing. Or if they were idle, that's a question mark. They'll also automatically return to their previous work if they're assigned to do construction work or other non-resource gathering work. Well, that is except for training in the barracks. When told to work or to go to the barracks, they take on the task immediately. Note that the laborers will lose what they're holding if they're retasked. Also, the villagers entering the barracks may not be shown visually. For example, tasking 10 villagers to enter a barracks, some of them will just disappear into the barracks without being shown walking into the barracks. Buddha statues can be repaired by villagers. Such statues can be found inside of cities as well as outside, but the heads are mostly found outside the cities. The heads also randomly change position, and the heads on repaired statues can disappear over time. Rewards are random. For example, 3 laborers, 100 gold, 111 gold, 245 gold, and as much as 600 gold. We can also get siege equipment such as the support wagon, or soldiers in groups of 5. Or get an assortment of laborers and horses, etc. The rewards are random. Now, there is something about the laborers that can be a little bit frustrating. Remember I shared earlier that laborers gathering resources can be retasked to construct something or perhaps to repair something. When they complete their tasks, they will automatically return to their resource gathering. However, laborers who have taken damage will actively try to escape to avoid further damage, and that means interrupting the repair or construction work. Such laborers will not return to their previous resource gathering tasks, but they're also not considered to be idle laborers. That makes it harder to locate such villages because they will not be identified when pressing the Q key to locate idle villages. We almost always start with 2 villages, and whenever we don't, it's just bad news because the mission is tougher than simply building up a county. Just like Cao Cao campaign's mission 4 defending Hefei, we have no laborers, but if we rescue them, we get 8. However, we gotta rescue them, meaning a late start to the game. Or in Liu Bei campaign's mission 5 where we didn't have a lot of wood and we started with 6 laborers. I think that about sums up everything I can share regarding laborers. I hope you found featurette videos such as this helpful to you in understanding more about the game. Do let me know in the comments below if I missed out anything regarding laborers in Dragon Throne Battle of Red Cliffs. Thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for now. Have a nice day.